There was a Sejuani champ request. I'll see if I can get a Sejuani game in now. See if we can brute force it to get a good scenario for it. Wait, there's a lot of diamond players in this game. Wait, how did that happen? Look, there's so many diamond borders. Wait, Huli has a... Wait, they have Huli saying. We're playing against Huli. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players with diamond borders. I haven't played against anyone with diamond borders in solo queue for a lot of months. Not sure how we ended up in this game. But here we go. On the Sejuani. Huli has been playing with my Sejuani a ridiculous amount of times. A very high amount of times. Now let's give him some good flashbacks. How do we path? I'm so nervous for my bot lane this game actually. I feel like Huli or Nautilus is just gonna go really ham, play super aggressive, all in them, and it's gonna be pretty hard for them to actually survive that lane. Now the thing is, if they do find a way to survive bot, they are gonna be in a beautiful position. Because they're gonna scale like crazy, and they're gonna hard outscale Tier Nautilus. We also have Swain, who's really OP right now. I actually kinda like our draft, I think it's pretty good. Sejuani usually is best when you have a lot of melee champions. The only melee champion right now is Darius, and Sejuani Darius isn't the best combo either. So I actually would have preferred having Irelia and Nautilus in my team. But it is what it is. If top lane looks completely free after Raptors, I can look top early. If not, we just go for a standard clear to a spot and we try to impact bot lane. There's also a chance we won't be able to do anything pre-6, and if that's the case, that's fine. After 6 it's gonna be a lot easier for us to make plays on Sejuani. Well, this is exactly what I was worried about. The exact reason I wanted to path towards bot, that I thought they might struggle against Huli's Nautilus early on. Especially seeing how many diamond players are in this game. Huli is gonna do mean things to them. Hopefully we can carry on the Sejuani as well. Swain is not Viego OP, but he can do wonders as well. Oh, you're right. Swain is much more OP than Viego. I don't think that's what you meant, but... I'm pretty sure that objectively speaking, Swain is just a much stronger champion than Viego is right now. Is this how it feels like playing with diamond players? They walk up, die, and then they right next it 3 minutes in. Before I've even finished my first clear, we have 2 side lanes we're getting smacked. We're not off to the greatest start here. And I don't think bot lane is gonna be gankable either. I mean, they can ping for help all they want, but... what do they want me to do here? Like, I'm just gonna waste my time going bot, nothing is gonna happen. They should just chill, the wave is pushing into them. If they don't get all in, they're gonna be able to catch that wave soon. Oh, Darius is still overextended, so he's gonna die again. Let's see him die and then type something negative in chat in a moment. For the second time. Like, these ganks shouldn't really work. It's just Darius playing extremely disrespectful. He just doesn't care at all. Now he's angry at us because he's the one making mistakes. Welcome to the jungle life, my friends. Your laner is griefing you, running it down. But of course it's your fault. You know why it's your fault? Because you didn't babysit them and didn't solo carry the entire lane. Now our bot lane is flaming us as well. Oh, I messed up the cannon. I'm kind of messing up the last hits here, admittedly. What does Twitch say? Don't worry, we have old dad in jungle. Sad. First off, 24 years old, I wouldn't say is old dad. I mean, look at some players who are older than me. Faker, Huli, Yankos. These players are all like 1 to 3 years older than me. Still smurfing around. Second of all, the only reason anyone is saying anything negative about me is that I'm playing jungle. And again, if we just look at how the opponents got kills, how these guys died. Bot lane died 2v2, 2 minutes in, the second enemy bot lane hit level 2, they all in and killed Yuumi. And Darius knew Rek'Sai was pathing towards top side, disrespected him, walked up and died. Now, Rek'Sai based, moved towards bot side. Bot lane should know exactly where he is. It's pretty obvious to anyone what Rek'Sai is doing. Unfortunately, they woke up, die, Rek'Sai gets a couple more kills. And in a game like this, we need to judge pretty quickly if we're gonna mute everyone, knowing they're gonna continue flaming us for the entire game. It's pretty obvious by now that they just have terrible attitudes and they can't take responsibility for mistakes. So we could mute them and I would advise you all to generally mute people if they have this poor behavior. I'm gonna keep my chat on for now at least, to try to show you all how I think we should deal with negativity if not muting the chat, which is to probably just not say anything really. I think we just, you know, we just play it out, we stay positive, we ignore them, and then, you know, we hope for the best. I can stun Huli here. Maybe he's killable. Oh man. I got rooted and then Huli hooked me on the turret. But yeah, I mean, this is just gonna happen to all of us, all jungle players. It doesn't really matter what you do, even if you play really well. People are gonna flame you. It's just gonna happen. Because laners don't understand that their job is to play well on their own in their matchup. Their job is not to be a little child who's whining, yelling and screaming, waiting for their babysitter or their jungler to do everything for them. They're embarrassing themselves. Well, that's kind of what I'm trying to get at. That it's just embarrassing behavior. But I let this be proof that no matter who you are, no matter what you've achieved as a League of Legends player, normally what rank you're playing in, the behavior of your teammates will never get better. It's never gonna change. And I know that for many of you that can be a pretty depressing realization to come to, but it's also a realization that just makes it even more important for you to start finding out how you can deal with this negativity, how you can make sure that all this negativity doesn't, you know, ruin your day, ruin your mood, because you cannot avoid it. It's just part of League of Legends, and it will continue being part until Riot you know, makes a punishment system that actually functions, so people do get punished when they cannot behave well. Because right now you can do whatever you want and you will never get punished, and that's just the reality, sadly. I am pretty convinced we got a solo kill here. This guy got cocky because he's playing against the Sejuani, not realizing that Sejuani can actually do some work. We might be playing a tank, but doesn't mean we can't kill people. I hope I don't die for this plate, but I really want it. Rek'Sai has a Rek'Sai behind him. I got a little bit greedy for that plate, admittedly. Had to flash as a result, but at least I didn't die. I'm so behind, it's unreal. I wonder why, Darius. I wonder why that happened. Thanks for letting us know. We didn't realize already what useful information you're providing to your team in the chat. Also, comments like this are completely pointless. It doesn't bring anything useful to the team. If anything, it's just bringing negativity and annoyance. Like, what does it matter that he's behind? Of course it sucks. It sucks for him. It also sucks for the rest of us that he's running it down. You know, there's nothing to do about it. You put yourself in this position, now you need to focus, to stop typing and to just try to play well to get back in the game. That's all there is to it. I can't reach. She's out of my range. Good lane gank probably. Oh shit, he's getting caught again. Let's see if he flames me. I would be surprised if he doesn't, like, very positively surprised though. Maybe this time he realized that was his own fault. He should just have based. Like, even if I'm there, we don't win that 2v2. He just has to base, even if his wave is gonna, you know, end up being frozen. Now and again, you know, when you fall behind, you don't really have control over your own lane anymore, so you just need to, you know, cut losses a bit and try to do whatever you can to avoid falling way too far behind. That's all there is to that. Me and Swain are both strong, and the game is not lost yet. We actually have a pretty decent chance of winning this one. With them having a lot of prio, a lot of control in both side lanes, I will be, you know, having to give up some stuff to Scheme. He got first 2 dragons. That's mostly a result of them having like ultra prio bot lane more than anything. Now, let's see if we can avoid giving Herald up within the next 2 minutes, so they don't get a big Herald play too. Darius is spam pinging. He's been acting like a little baby the entire game, so we're not gonna care way too much about his pings, only if we think it's actually a successful place. And right now, He's spam pinging, but it doesn't make any sense because he's just catching the wave freely. So instead of getting emotional and following his spam pings, we ignore him for now and we do whatever we think is right. In this case, that's moving to bot side. Looks like they get a double. Yeah, they do. Good plays by bot lane. So in hindsight, I actually could have started Herald there. That could have been a decent timing for me to do Herald. Let's see if we can look mid. He knows. He's just hugging his turret. Actually, I don't know where he is. But he definitely knew that we were there. Maybe we can look here with Swain. Let's see if she walks up. She has no flash. Yes, she does. Let's kill her. This is a big bounty. Darius is not moving at all, so we're gonna have to do this play without him. Yeah, I made sure that I stopped hitting, because getting that shot down on Swain is way more beneficial than on me. I'm just playing a tank anyways, and Swain, like I've already said a couple of times these past days, Swain is such a broken champion right now on the new patch. He's really OP in 4 roles. You can play him every role except jungle and he's monstrous. Getting gold on him, it's always gonna be good. Against this comp, question is what boots we get. I did not go tenacity from my runes, so I need to get mercs. Against Vega Nautilus, having some form of tenacity is going to be pretty key. And usually on Sejuani I like to go Alacrity second just to get that extra attack speed, feels pretty good. That was very close. A little bit unlucky, but it happens. Seems like Darius and Twitch have calmed down a little bit after flaming me, calling me an old dad or whatever it was. Realized that, well, actually they probably didn't realize I didn't, you know, make mistakes. They might still be mad at me, but at least they are not flaming me anymore. Don't really want to overforce here, but if they step up we can look. Don't want to go too ham without Swain though. Why are you taking that? Okay, he's still not happy about me. Now he's just trolling me, taking my camp. I should have smited. I don't know. For some reason I didn't think he would just take it. Can't really get much here. That's alright. Bot lane can get prio. I can take the sword and then we can start. Come Yumi. Join me please. Yumi, join me. Thank you. We have wards. I want to place Deep Vision with Yumi. Yep. Place wards. Hello? Thank you. That took some time. Just dive this guy. There we go. Mid turret is down. That's fine, we get bot for it, so it's not the end of the world, even though it's first turret, so they get a bit of bonus gold. Fighting right now is not that great because both me and Swain have ult, but we should play for Drake. I'm stronger than Rek'Sai currently. Vega's top. There's a free Drake for us. Darius is still having a tough time, but Twitch and Yumi are both in a good spot, and we're scaling really well. I think we can be pretty satisfied with how this one is going right now. I actually think Warmock could be nice. I'll get a Kindle gem at least and then we can go from there. I have ult up. I could farm camps, but I could also look for a play with a team. It's CPing mid right now with Vega. He has flash same time as Swain, so we could look for an ult on him if bot lane doesn't kill him on their own here. Looks like he's just dead. Trying to buy time for them so they can run, but I think I just ran it down. I just ran it down. My bad. Brain lag, I guess, for a moment there. I didn't think they were all there though. I didn't think there were gonna be 4 people. So I thought I could just jump in and then like just wander back out. Your calmness totally turned around the game. Healthy mental wins games. Well, I would like to think that having a healthy mental, you know, at the very least is not a negative thing, because a lot of junglers probably, you know, a lot of you or some of you who are watching right now would play this game and you would see your laners die before you finish your first clear. You would see them flaming you, and as a result you get really pissed off, you get really frustrated, and then you start either getting negative, not caring about the game anymore, you start flaming back, or you can do a bunch of different things, right? But that's never really gonna help you in any way. Yeah, so the thing is, you can flame back if that's what makes you happy, but I don't really think that's the case. I don't think anyone, you know, actually benefits from being angry and being upset. It just sucks, you know. It doesn't feel good being angry. So what you need to keep in mind is also that these people who are flaming you, who are ruining your game, you're probably never gonna see them again. And is it really worth it to start flaming back and so having your experience ruined and lose your LP when, you know, you are losing out from it as well? Like, sure, the angry person is gonna lose some LP, but so will you. And at the end of the day, when it comes to climbing up the ladder, you know, slowly getting more elo, getting to higher ranks, every game matters. Like, every single game matters. And if you can win a game like this one just purely because you ignored what these two guys had to say, because you managed to keep a good attitude, isn't that worth it? I surely would say so. Because not only am I, you know, staying in a good mood, I also get LP. And who doesn't like LP? I do want to say this has been a pretty solid Sejuani game though. Like, sure, Rek'Sai got a couple of early kills, right? But overall, I think I've done a better job than him. Because most of the stuff that he made happen actually happened in the first 5 minutes in the game, and then it started going a little bit downhill. He has had good openings, but I'm insanely ahead on CS. I am monster strong right now. It's gonna be really hard for them to kill me. I also could have considered basing that, but I'm being a little bit greedy, waiting until I have Warmox. Sniped her. Good luck killing me, opponents. It's not gonna happen, especially with a Yuumi by my side. Let's see if we can stun this kid. Got the stun off on him. Sejuani Yuumi, new meta, or what? It just can't kill me. I'm too tanky. We should look for Drake, by the way. If Rek'Sai is smart, he's sneaking it right now. Considering how high prior he's been keeping on Drakes, I would say there's a decent chance he's here. Yeah, it's actually not on it right now. Now we base. Well, if they couldn't kill me there, then I don't think they're ever gonna be able to, honestly. Just getting tankier and tankier. We should try to get top as well. Wait, even on turrets now at least. That's good. Catching up in that department as well. Oh, now our 2-5 Darius started flaming Yuumi. Yuumi is like, am I good or not? And Darius is like, it's a Yuumi, it doesn't take skill. I think we can all agree Yuumi is not the hardest champion to play, but it doesn't mean that you need to insult the Yuumi players. I know some people just hate Yuumi players, like they actually get personally offended that someone is playing Yuumi and they just flame the crap out of the Yuumi player just for locking in the champion. But I would like to believe it's one of those cases where, you know, you shouldn't blame the player, you should blame the game, or you should blame Riot for Yuumi existing to begin with. Because obviously, there's gonna be someone out there who thinks the champion is fun. Like, there's champions that I think are infuriating to play against as well. Like, let's say, Shaco, for example. Shaco is really obnoxious. I really dislike playing against him. I think the Shaco players have a pretty annoying playstyle. But it's not their fault, you know. Riot created Shaco. Riot is the reason Shaco is this way. And you cannot, you know, blame someone for playing the champion if they find it fun, or for abusing it if it gets them elo, because in the end, that's what we all want, right? We all want elo. That's all there is to it. All working our way up the ladder, climbing. Also, my death was really troll. We can agree on that, but let's try to let it slide. Yuumi doesn't take a lot of mechanical skill, but it takes better decision making than most support champs. I'm not sure if I agree with that. I don't think Yuumi is, you know, I don't think Yuumi's decision making is actually that tricky, and I do think the champion is a little bit harder than people make it seem like. The thing is, if you're playing with a low elo Yuumi, what's gonna happen is that the Yuumi presses W on a champion, and she literally just sits AFK on the champion, pressing Q and E only. Like, she never hops out, never does anything else. And there's a pretty big difference between a good Yuumi and a bad Yuumi, because the good Yuumis will, believe it or not, be able to jump out to like tank skill shots or tank auto attacks. They know, you know, when to hop onto the jungle and group with the jungle and pressure the other side of the map. They're better at picking the carries and better at playing team fights. There's a lot of things that come in play, and I think that's what you were referring to as well. Like, there definitely is a big difference between a good Yuumi and a bad Yuumi. Whether Yuumi is healthy for the game is a whole other discussion. I don't think the champion should ever have been created. I think the playstyle is pretty obnoxious, but yeah, still a difference between a good and a bad one for sure. It really is having some fun down there. Kill turret, then I can go. I'm sorry, Mr. Huli, please forgive me. Please forgive me, Mr. Huli. Good old chill vibes coming out on top. Strong mental positivity wins again. Who would have thought? No surprise here, to be honest. Watch and learn, my friends. Be a good person in solo queue. Goes a long way. At least that's what I would like to think. I don't have mana for ult. We should back. We're not gonna be able to end here. Unless they let us. What do we get? Let's get a stopwatch. We're literally unkillable. Whoever redeemed that Sejuani champion request, you are the MVP of this game. 100%. You just knew it all along. In fact, I'm sure the only reason you redeemed this champion request was because you wanted to give me a boost. A boost to the top, a boost one step closer to retaking Challenger, getting back to where I belong. Oh, this is where I get my revenge, guys. Ha! Now I got my revenge for this guy being a sad little human being. I got to take away his red buff. He wants to surrender now. Guess what? That's not gonna happen. Managed to strike back a little bit. In a bit more of a friendly manner. GG's. He got really pissed off I took that red buff, didn't he? You know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Get on Swain. He played really, really well. Very, very good Swain game. That was a good game overall. How did you guys feel about that one? That little lesson on how to deal with toxicity. I think it was good. I think it was great, actually. Is it tank meta again? I don't really think it's tank meta, to be honest, but... I mean, or maybe I'm wrong. Actually, you know what? Tanks are better. Objectively speaking, tanks are better now on the new patch. They are. And Sejuani looked insane. Like, we were smurfing on this Rek'Sai. So, maybe I just need to play more tanks.